Like, I want to meet the most lost girl, the most unworthy girl in the eyes of the people, and still have something really good to say about them. And I hope they believe it, And I just want to remind them that you are not this person. You are bigger than the person that smokes drugs. You are bigger than the person that is a hoe. You are bigger than because you're honestly bigger than that. And I know that when you are lost, you think, and you get a lot of people like us that are unkind. And there's just no one to say something positive to you.
Yeah.
I want to be that person. I want you to slide into my DM and I tell you just how amazing you are. And that's the one thing I love about this news podcast that's older. I get those goals. I really get people that tell me their things and I cry. This week I had a girl who that told me they're in a very abusive relationship and they want out. It's just that sometimes I feel like I lack resources, but the fact that you trusted me with that, and also I have to learn that when I move from my inbox to my normal feed, I'll see you there writing all sorts of things. And I get that, people will post jokes and there's just the other person that's not happy on the side that I get to meet on the DM. So I really want to be that person. I want the person that feels really stupid, unloved, unworthy, undeserving to text me. And I hope I don't have much, but I hope I say something that makes you realize even nagule nyaga nyago you are really a great, and God can work with you.
That's what I always say, that it's to recognize a human being prior to the gender, the skin color, the language, the tradition, the choices you've made. I always say that. I even make it typical to my son. Before you see a girl's boobs and their ass, acknowledge that they are human beings and they are wired differently. And the moment you acknowledge that people are wired differently, it leaves a space for you to be tolerant. Because of your understand. It makes you tolerant as a person. But I cannot expect to speak as because of us. It just makes things easy for you. Ndifuna sibuyele kukazi weeks. Ama-services wakho, and where do you see it going? Do you see that factory enkulu uqashe abantu, making sure abanye abantu bayakwazi uba nesonga ngenxa kakazi weeks one day?
Definitely. And it's not even like in my mind, it's not a really far-fetched dream, hey?
Yeah.
I really, not even a factory, but I really want to have a very cute, girly salon.
Okay.
With a lot of girls, basekasi, that are working there, because that's the thing. Mantombazana selection are talented with their hands.
Yes.
So I'm hoping there's like a nail bar, a lash tech, and I'm just not even there. I'm just here to make sure if everything works well. And I also need to add this, that where I see it is that I don't want to hire all those people. I don't want to hire a nail tech. I want to give a nail tech the space and the platform.
Okay.
So I'm good with the wigs and that's enough for me. But I don't want to, I have no interest in nails. And as much as I'm trying to create a one-stop shop, but I don't want to take away from you so I want someone that already operates as a nail tech, but is like, I'm lacking the business acumen or the business. And because I have the opportunity to get all this business education, I want to come back and be like, yo, this is how you price. This is how you market. This is how you do 1, 2, 3. This is how you do 1, 2, 3, and let you flourish in my working space. Okay. If it means we have a rent-a-chair agreement, but I still want you to operate as an individual business page, as an individual. I want people to say nails by Ubanban is operating in the premises of, but I don't want to own you and your craft.
Last time did we invite her on my Unscramble Live? Did invite her kule page? Did we invite her? Because I want to separate my personal page and my business page. I've seen that through you, by the way. So I was like, hey, but and
I really take it serious. It really irks me because people don't take it serious. And I know I once commented we page last someone back home. I just don't remember who it was, but they would do like jokes and post these other fun, nasty things with the business page. I'm like, but why?
You don't do that.
You can.
So that is why I saw a need of moving from my personal page to, and one accept was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I
should. Also because honestly, we're people, sometimes I'm probably just having the wines with you and we're having our lives. This is me outside of what I do. You know. And I don't want to wake up the next day, I'm deleting, because I think the other thing for me is that I realized that e-business would really bring people to Abasuka, all sorts of old people, young people, and I just want it to always be neat, and it just makes my life easy, because if Ndifunuba se potso inyama, I can do it on my personal page and joke and write all the nonsense I want to write, and it doesn't have to affect my business. So I think it's just one of the things that we need to learn and be professional about it, how you answer, what you do, what you don't do, and all of. And I haven't gotten fully there, but that's one thing I'm very strict about. Let the business page be the business page.
Having to be in a situation where your friends be like,
I have to give my friends the flowers. I have the most supportive bunch of friends, and it has always been the case. I'm saying this because maybe abanye seslugene, but even then, you know. And I think there's also something really important that you need to learn as an entrepreneur and stuff like that. I have really good friends of mine.
Oh, okay.
But as much as they're like, oh, when it's a celebrity, you jump. But I can't take away from the fact that they've supported me in other avenues of my life or other areas of my life in ways that no one would have showed up for me.
Yes.
And I don't know what you're thinking. Maybe the 150 Ohlambisi week is a lot for you. Maybe whatever that is. But I also just want you to know that you can exist in my life. And as a very good friend of mine,
I'm not taking it personal.
You know, because for others, it's them sharing my work. There's a lot of your contacts that have come to me. And to the fact that Slee herself hasn't. But how many people have asked you, like, Ukazi is really, you know? And I understand. I think we need to understand that there's so many ways that people can support and show up for you besides actually bringing the actual wig and or paying you for that service. And I appreciate that. Okay. And yes, in my immediate circle, almost everyone has brought their wig or bought something or and there are those moments where we would go, I'm like, oh, it's posh, that's why it's that. And they'd be like, I know they want the business person to come and touch you. I'm like, as young boy, Mara Ian's a song. They do that. I've got my friends that can straighten their wigs and like, I'll eat Sinjela. I'll do it. But at the core of them, they've never abused my business.
Are you willing to teach people how to make wigs? I am. Like, I'm so bad with wigs. I'm so bad with makeup. I'm so bad.
I am. I really am willing. I'm willing. Maybe we are gonna get there. There's been like a few inquiries, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna create the platform for that. Also, because the beauty industry is evolving. There's always
something.
And also another thing is that you know that you can really go online and learn how to wash wigs. I don't have a magic secret. I literally, me starting a wig business, I started this at Rez. That's one thing people don't know, but it wasn't like an official business. It was the era when we started buying Inweleze Brazil. I think 2017, I'm working there as a letting agent at Reziam. And I had this wig and I knew I can't afford to take it to the salons and stuff. So I was like, how do I take care of this precious? Because it was one of the most important things I bought. And that's where I started. And I found a video and that worked for me, and that still works for me now.
Oh, wow.
You know? So I think, and also this is something I've written to someone on social media, and I think that they might have taken it bad. We are such a generation that wants to pay for everything. In the name of, I pay for convenience. I play very loose ngalo line a lot. I pay for convenience, but also you need to be careful of when you are running away from reading and researching, and those are soft skills you need in whether you work for someone, whether you're a business person, whether you need to. And now we have normalized paying for stuff. Uspagas goes online and sets up this really nice package and sell it back to you. But you really, if and so but these whole masterclass things are great, but for me to pay for a masterclass, there needs to be something in the things that you're offering that I can find. It's a Slee thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a Slee hack. Yeah. But now we are paying for something that
it's out there.
Ngena online.
Search. Your makeup.
Search.
I literally do your
I remember even the era of bros before, like we did permanent ones.
Yes.
You draw from the bad ones to until it got good, but you just have to have the patience to do it kaninzi. You know, but manjed boniba, the whole paying thing is sort of like, I'm paying in exchange to not do this part of, and you really won't get far with trying
and
not
God
to.
God forbid, should it happen tomorrow, I'll send I for your convenience. What's gonna happen? You
know. So I think it's, as much as sometimes it's always best to take Bolt and Uber but when there's a chance, get the experience of taking a taxi and getting off the anxiety of short left after robot hours with there's a part that it plays. So I think the whole paying thing now is an exchange of, I don't want to do the work, and you can't. And I think another misconception about the whole thing, Yama Masterclass, is that it's a quick money making. There's no way. Like, I'm in my 4th year of doing business, and I once read I don't know if it was a video from this guy that washes Amategiba to Letabo that owns Walk Fresh. Yeah. And he said that you start making money in a business in your 5th year. And every time I can't balance my business finances, every time I eat my money at business, I'm just like, again, when they said you're going to make money in the 5th year, was because in these other years, you're going to learn the discipline of having your personal account and the bank. And it has gotten better now. Me having stock is slowly without, I'd have to literally, like this week, I was bad with money. But now I understand that I have to buy it. It comes, but those are things you have to allow 4 years. Be bad, make money, and this and that and that and that. Experience bad customers, the good ones, the complaining ones, the what. But you are gonna get there where and now in my 4th year, the discipline is great.
Wow.
The discipline is great. Like, if I take my business money now, I can pay it back. And there's times where I can't pay it back because it had to cover whatever. I give myself grace. Yes. But I constantly have the thing that says, remember, you owe the business. But also what has helped me is that now I prioritize. Like, I wouldn't have fun in my business, but back then I would blow up my entire money. Stock. Yeah, and because I want this thing so bad, even maybe sometimes the people in the will take the business.
Yes,
but now I would never.
I needed to hear this because
the
podcast it's only 5 months old. And sometimes I feel so discouraged. So I needed to hear that. But it's such fresh.
Even with give yourself the grace, work your views up. And I get also why you're impatient. It's because you have seen a number of people that have grown their views overnight. But I think this is one important thing I always say to people. You need to understand your positioning in life. And I mean that in the sense that as much as someone that is doing exactly what you're doing, they are on 5,000 views and you're not there. You need to, one thing about me, about everything. About everything. But my things come with glory.
Yeah.
My things come in double size. My things come in double XL.
You know. I met him 2014. Dancer same as MLK. MLK.
Yes.
You know that I've worked with MLK Production.
I know.
He reminded me. You know it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing guy. I know him.
You
were the presenter.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
I forgot that.
I know.
Me, personally. Until I was like, you were made for this, Slee. Yeah. Now, Yabona, 10 years later, you only realizing that you have to come back. I was like, I forgot even that I was here before.
And the nicest thing about God is that He will bring you to the things that are meant for you. And whether it takes you 5 years to connect the dots, but they will.